and do. Most all of us have someone that we trust. We would place our lives in their hands, knowing that they would do what is right and what is good towards us. There are some people that their word means everything to them. One day a young man was questioning my wife concerning her husband. She said, if that man tells you a rooster can pull a freight train, you hook him up because that rooster's going to pull a freight train. Not only did she believe in her husband, she had a strong expectation of her husband. I never one time ever doubted Mama. She was just that pure in my eyes. When she would say something, I believed her. Like there's an all-seeing eye watching you. I would go around trying to see the eye because I knew it was watching me. Mama would speak words that caused me to look for things. Words that caused me to expect something. So, when those powerful words come into you, it will cause you to expect. I heard Mom and Daddy say, Edward Lee, that's my oldest brother, Edward Lee and Laverne, they're coming home. They were living in Texas. And I began to expect. I had no expectation until I got a word. Even though the announcement is that they are coming, my expectation is rising, and I can see them walking through the door. God has already imparted into you the ability to believe that what is spoken is going to take place. It's not always, can I believe? Sometimes it's just a matter of what I believe. You have a choice. You can believe good or you can believe bad. Not only do I have a word, not only do I have an expectation of the word, now then I'm positioning myself for what was spoken. The woman who had the issue of blood who was dying for 12 years, she had been a lot of places, but she hadn't been to the right place. Somebody told her that Jesus was coming to town and that he was the healer. If this man touches you, if he lays his hand on you, if he prays for you, you're healed. So that got her expectation level up. She said within herself, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made whole. And after she got the word, she began to position herself for the manifestation of what she heard. What makes words powerful is what you believe about the word. What releases the architect, what releases the fruition, what releases that building to be built is what you believe about the blueprint. See? If you don't believe it, you can't do it. Jesus said, all things are possible to him that believeth. What makes words powerful and active is what you believe about it. If you don't believe, then you won't expect. If you don't believe you're saved, you won't act saved. In order to get your expectation, your hopes up, in order to get your expectations to the level that you'll move into position, is you got to believe. You got to believe in the one who said it. Believing is the first ingredient to your breakthrough. If you don't believe, you won't expect. If you don't expect, you won't move into position. The woman with the issue of blood, she began to position herself for the miracle. She began to move herself in position to touch the hem of his garment. See? She said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I shall be made whole. If I'll just get to where he is. If you don't believe, you won't reach out and touch the hem of his garment. You won't waste your time getting across town where Jesus is. Somebody says, why don't people go to church? Because they don't believe. Why don't people go to church more than they used to go to church? Because they don't believe their life's going to be changed when they get there. If they believe their life is going to be changed when they get there, they'd camp out the door just like they do down at Best Buy when they go buy a PlayStation. A father brought his demon-possessed boy to Jesus. And he told Jesus, he said, my boy is constantly, he'll throw himself in the fire. He'll throw himself in the water. He says, Jesus, have compassion on us and help us. Young people today had just seemingly lost touch with reality. And here this father is doing the same thing that fathers are doing today. I'm bringing my boy to you to see if you can do something with him. You can't go back and do what you should have done. You can't go back and undo one day in your past. The only thing that's stopping the young man from getting a breakthrough is if the old man has the capacity to believe God. What we believe is determined by what we listen to. What we believe is determined by what we hear. What you hear, remember, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. What you hear the most of is what you're going to believe. Why in God's name do you think all them politicians buy so much time on TV? Because they know you watch it. And if you watch it, you listen to it. And what you hear the most of is what you believe. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. He's the worst. He's the worst. I'm the best. He's the worst. I'm the best. I'm the best. He's the worst. Don't you find it amazing that the news media spends so much time in saying the Iraq war is bad. The war in Iraq is bad. The war in Iraq is bad. The war in Iraq cannot be won. The war in Iraq cannot be won. I'm talking about the news networks. The war in Iraq cannot be won. The terrorists are bigger and stronger than we are. We cannot win that hideous thing over there. Now then, they do that 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day, see? And then they poll. They poll the same people that they programmed. What do you think about the war in Iraq? Oh, it's bad, it's bad. Do you think it can be won? Oh, no, it can't be won, it can't be won. What makes you think that? I heard it on TV. It's the truth. The thing you hear the most of is what you believe. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Got a call just yesterday. The whole world just simply falling apart. And my wife tells me about it. Came yesterday. My wife speaks to me of the situation. I said, she needs one thing. She says, what do you think they need? I said, they need to be in the house of God every night. Every night they need to go to church. Not just any church, they need to go to church where the Word of God is being preached.